Zoomi's prayers, the indifference of the dying. A straight rainbow appeared on the horizon. The bow was gone. Thus was the promise gone. The promise is many centuries old, reinforced by many statements from the mind of God. Among them, the second psalm of King David, your servant. We give to you little song, little time. There will be a blight upon our time. We have from you the declarations from 4 persons. These do not come down to us automatically, but are given to us for study and meditation, a form of prayer unto you. Most among us are indifferent to your word and to you, the convenient God. They doubt our beliefs and believe their own doubts, for how can they be certain of anything, only that they are dying? Sharply in focus is Psalm 2, a favorite of generations. In the first stanza of the psalm, we hear speaking the rulers of the world. In the second, God speaks, a neglected voice. Then we have your Son, who has become a king, and finally the strands are drawn together, speaking in the name of God. The world rulers take counsel together, plotting not in a corner, but quite openly, saying, "Let us burst the bonds of God and his anointed asunder, and rid ourselves of these cords that bind us to him." These are rebels upon the face of the earth in every age in the Western world, opinion leaders in drama and philosophy and literature. In the East and ancient worlds, tyrannical rulers. These all invite us to cast off the restraints that you have laid upon human society. They are essentially hostile toward your claims and commandments. Even the strong Christian culture which entered the West a century ago. Jesus is not directly attacked, but so-called interpreters of you. St. Paul, for example. One by one, the commandments are being isolated and attacked. For instance, freeing the economy to work on the Sabbath, easy for us to give up. The commandment of heterosexual relations are broadened to any form of sexuality. This is said to be the road to freedom and happiness, but is the road to slavery, addiction, and unhappiness. These are frontal attacks on Christianity and an attempt to get rid of supposed restraints in the name of human freedom. These claims become more brash and more bold as the years go on. It is said we can't have anything that the majority doesn't believe in, the Bible and its interpreters, for instance. World peace becomes impossible because man in his folly has fought against God. We know our own hearts, and they also lead toward these contradictions, an extraordinary antagonism to the loving claims of God. We think we know best how to run our own lives. It should be known that we cannot live divinely, else you place us within your divine life. We are angry when you claim us for yourself. In stanza 2 of this psalm, when God speaks, we get frightened, and the enemies of the world become arrogant. The psalmist draws aside the veil which has hidden you, and we find that you are undisturbed and sit serenely on your throne. We find that you hold our ideas in contempt, finding them laughable. He that sits in the heavens laughs. He holds them in derision. Surely you are not laughing as humans would think, but you humble us with our own ideas. We have come to be somewhat used to people laughing at you, at pastors, at us. They ridicule our beliefs and our rejection of all things that moderns do. Yet they are successful modern thinkers, modern media, even our teachers and books. Cynicism and contempt prevail. And you do nothing? You look down in derision and in anger. The outcome of all things is known, and the judgment of them. You have appointed a ruler over all the earth, and with overwhelming power. This is the meaning of history. I have set my king on Zion, my holy hill. seemingly Old Testament, but is a universal fact. The third voice is the Son. I will tell of the decree of the Lord, he said to me. You are my Son, this day I have begotten thee. Ask me, and I will give you the nations. A messianic psalm and message. This relates the meaning of history and the meaning of the church in history. We are to tell all the world of you, your chosen way. Now David speaks. Be wise, stop being fools. Stop refusing to face the reality of the future. Serve the Lord with fear and trembling, lest he be angry and we perish in the way. Your wrath is quickly kindled, yet happy are all who take refuge from God, in God. We come into your life. Herein is the meaning of happiness. We are tuned now to reality in an unexpected way. If we have not been told these things, yet they are present now for us to grasp and to believe. We must kick against the goads, which are these ideas and practices in the world. The God which is thought to be believed is often not the true God. This God, the God of the Bible. What God is believed? A mixture of ideas and imaginations which are agreeable to us. The true name for this is an idol of our own making. Even saying there are many ways to God, who sits on the mountaintop and all paths lead unto it. Christ is not the founder of religion, but is the Son of God, the King of the universe. You will rule over all men in the end, whatever their ideas. They must come to terms with you, the true and only God, before the end. Free us, Lord, from these things of earth, and give safety into your holy refuge. Amen.